everyone, what I'm going to be making today is, from these two pieces of fabric, is a peg bag. And all those lovely guesses that you had on Instagram were really good ideas too. So to start off with, if you've got a coat hanger, some paper, it could be dot and cross paper like I've got, it could be newspaper or anything. If you take the centre of the hanger and mark it on the fold of the paper, so I've got my paper folded here, and draw around the hanger. I mean, you can do this with any coat hanger. I would preferably do it with a wooden one so it's nice and strong. So when you draw around the hanger, you've drawn it sort of on the fold. I'll just lift that one up to show you. And you see I've just drawn half of the hanger on the fold. Now I would give yourself about an inch all the way around the hanger. Now you can guess an inch like me, or you can draw it out exactly. So I'll give yourself an inch coming round the top edge and possibly an inch and a half coming down the sides. And I'm going to make this pattern up, so you'll need a ruler. Now you can make your peg bag to any length you want. So let's say from the top of for me, I'm going to do this from the hanger itself 32 centimetres down, because I don't have many pegs. Okay, so I've drawn that in, and obviously square it off across the bottom of the paper as well. And the reason you want to be doing everything on a folded piece of paper, because you want both sides of this peg bag to be the same. So that's basically my shape. So I'm going to quickly cut this out. And what we've got to do after this is this is the back pattern of the peg bag. And what we want to do after this is do the front piece of pattern. So you can see I'm cutting around the top part of the coat hanger. All cut out. So you'll end up with whatever shape your coat hanger is at the top, you'll end up with that sort of shape. So you can see I've got an inch on the top and an inch and a half, more or less, on the sides. Now we need to have another piece of pattern very, very similar to this, because it's got to be the front. So where we're drawing now is, and I've got one that I had in the shop from this coat hanger. So I just want to put this on just to show you where we are in terms of where you need to be drawing up to. Right. So coming in, so you put your piece of pattern that you've just cut out onto another fold of paper, because I've got to make this the same size. And then find the pencil. So trace round what you've already done. We won't be needing the top of this on the second piece, but I'll show you what we're going to be doing once we've got the same shape traced. So that's the same shape that we've got traced off. Now then, piece of card. Because we want an opening for the peg bag, I'm just going to tell you how much to come in from the outside edge. So from the top of the hanger down, you sort of measured down about 22 centimetres in this case. Okay, I'm just going to put that little mark on. 22 centimetres. At that point we want to start and create a curve. Now you can get a plate out of your cupboard, a dinner plate or anything like that, and try and do a nice shape from it. And then take it straight up to the top of the bag. And I can tell you the distance. I've come in from the outside edge So I've come in 7.5 centimetres from the outside of the folded paper. So we're going to draw this little shape in. And it's important as well to, when you're drawing this little shape in, is to draw in a straight line from the fold of the paper, because it'll give you a nice round opening when everything's cut out. So now we're going to cut this second piece out. Coming in from the curve all the way up to the top. And then we're going to follow the shape of the hanger that we actually traced the back piece of the peg bag from. So this now gives us the back and front pieces of our peg bag. Just trim on the bottom. So what you've got now is a back piece of peg bag, which is this one, and then you've got a front piece of peg bag, which is this one. Okay. Now the two fabrics, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut the fabrics out just to show you how to do it, because we need two pieces. Now these were the fabrics that I took from the shop yesterday. So you want one piece down, and then you want the other piece face down on top of that one, okay? And then what you've got to do with your pattern, your front piece of pattern, which is the front of the peg bag, goes on your top of both fabrics. Find my pin cushion. So you pin this one on. Keep your pins away from the edge. I mean, I don't really put many pins in when I'm doing a craft item. As straightforward as this one, and straight sides. So you've got your back piece, your front piece put on. Now we're going to put our back piece on. On both layers of fabric. Make sure you've got it nice and straight. And I'm going to run out of pins, I think. And get some. So you pin this one on. So what you've actually got is two pieces of front pattern and two pieces of the back pattern. So I'm going to put these out. And you sew both of these pieces together and both of the back pieces together. And straight it on the bottom. So we can take the pins out of that front piece because I just want to demonstrate what we're going to be, how we're going to be stitching it. Oh, that's a little bit noisy, that shell. I'll just pop it over to there. So those are your two pieces of the front of the peg bag. Now, it's the same instruction for both back pieces as well. We've got our 2 pieces, we put them right side together, and we sew completely all the way around, bar a little opening at the bottom, which we have to turn through from. So I'm just going to put 2 little pins there. So we sew from here all the way around to the top, completing on the circle, around to this shoulder, down, and then we're going to stop there. And you do exactly the same on the 2 back pieces of pattern, leaving that little hand gap at the bottom for turning completely through. So I'm going to switch off now, and then once I've got these sewn, I'll be back on to tell you what to do next.